You are one YouTube video away from booking a call with your dream client and completely changing your business forever. This is exactly how the top business creators are making millions of dollars just with their YouTube channels. Which raises the question, what are they doing that you are not? What are they doing to book hundreds of sales calls with their dream clients while you still struggle at zero? After watching hundreds of videos and working with over 10 different creators across 5 different industries, I found the answer. And I promise you, it's not what you expect. It all boils down to 3 main pillars. For the first pillar, I like to call this information versus guidance. This is because most people on the YouTube space are just simply selling information and they don't really understand how to guide people to their beliefs and then guide them to take execution with whatever they're selling. What happens here is that information is simply sharing what you know with the people and expect them to execute on whatever you're saying. So what happens is that when you're giving information, you're expecting action. So what happens here is that when you're expecting action from people, you cannot really control them. You cannot really understand if they're finally going to take the action of the information you gave them or not. And most of cases, they simply won't do it. Most people just get dopamine by the idea that they're going to do execution, but at the end of the day, they don't do it. Just think about it. Why so many people at the end of the year are saying, they have these New Year resolutions and they keep telling themselves, yeah, I'm going to finally start the gym. I'm finally going to start that business. I'm finally going to start eating healthy. And then by the end of the next year, you see that they just gave up in the first 2-3 months just because they just know about it. They have the information. They know what they have to do, but they won't execute. They will just won't take action. And this is because action actually requires one thing that information does not provide, and that is beliefs. When you have a belief that something's going to work and you really believe in that thing, you're simply going to chase it. You're going to pursue it. I believe that if I keep making videos, I believe that if I keep providing information and keep covering these topics, I'm eventually going to attract the audience that I want to attract and I want to work with for my agency. But if we don't explain this in the video and we share the information in a way that we make people want to actually take action from it, we're not going to do anything. That's when the term guidance comes into play. What happens here is that guidance includes a little bit of information, but more than anything else, we're not giving away empty value or traditional values, I like to call it. When we're doing guidance, we're introducing a little bit of value, but we're also introducing mostly beliefs. So see it this way. It's mostly 10% traditional value and then 90% beliefs. How do we move away from information and we start implementing guidance in our videos? Everything starts with 3 main questions. What, why, and how. What are we introducing in the video? What concept, what definition, what business model, what solution, whatever. What is it? Why is it? And how is it? When we involve these 3 steps in here, we are automatically guiding people into new beliefs. When we explain why that works, we're automatically injecting and stealing those beliefs because of why we believe that works. Now, why I believe that YouTube works? Because everybody, and there's been a tendency the past years that business owners are jumping into YouTube, and it works when they make the right type of content. That means that the platform is perfect for lead generation and for, it's a great platform for building leverage in general, building trust, having a gallery of videos that people can watch through. It can actually change their mind and say, okay, I want to end up buying from this guy. Or, it makes sales calls way easier because they have already seen so much content of yours that they already trust you. I have the evidence that I have the why of my service, and then I explain how it works, which is what this video is talking about. I already told you what it is, why it is, and how it is. The problem with information is that people just stick with the how. They need to hear the confidence behind your words. They need to understand your beliefs, so they actually decide to start changing their mental frameworks, because everything is on the viewer's head, right? You suddenly watch a video, and then at the end of the video, you start saying, damn, I need to start considering this option more. I have to start applying this more. It makes sense because, the proof that he gave me on those beliefs, there's enough evidence that actually supports what he's saying. And also, there's so much conviction behind what he's saying that I just have to believe him and I have to start going for that thing that he's promoting. It can be whatever. Next time you're gonna make a video, make sure that you're actually distinguishing between information and guidance. Read the video again, watch the video again, and ask yourself, is this actually working? Am I actually just providing information, or am I actually guiding my audience to my new beliefs and my new thinking structure? For a second pillar, everything boils down to trust. If people don't trust us, if people don't believe in what we're doing, we simply won't book any calls and we simply won't have any type of authority. Now, there's many different aspects into this pillar right here and into this word trust that we're gonna break down. But first of all, we're gonna talk about not being an attractive character. Every time that we're selling an offer, every time that we're talking to the camera, every time that we are promoting something, we have an agency, a business, whatever, we need to understand that our clients and our ICP or our ideal clients have an attractive character in their heads. We need to become that attractive character that is going to attract exactly that type of people that are looking for this particular character that we want to create. I'm not going to go into how to create an attractive character. That Russell Brunson talks about that in his book, .com Secrets. But just to give you some context, an attractive character just varies depending on the niche that you are and depending on the people that you're directly speaking to, right? In my case, if I want to become an attractive character and selling people sales funnels with YouTube and telling them how YouTube can literally 360 and 10x their business, first of all, I have to be making content myself because they want to see that what I'm preaching is actually achievable and I have achieved that myself. Second thing is I've actually gathered results for them. Third thing, I have good quality and my editing style is really good because people directly correlate the quality of your stuff to the quality of your service. So that's why having high quality stuff not only goes for information, but also goes for the editing style, for the script, for the camera quality, for the audio quality. Everything applies into the attractive character that I want to build. Going back to the main point, if we don't have an attractive character for our ICP, we simply won't book any calls and we don't have any trust. Think about that. How's your recording quality? Do we have the quality that we need? This means audio, editing, camera. And another aspect that I don't hear many people talk about is the energy that we have. If you see me here, I have a lot of energy explaining to you the topics because I'm really passionate about this. And when people notice that you have a passion behind what you do, they automatically assume that you spend a lot of time researching that and you start becoming a figure of authority, which then leads you to an attractive character, which takes me to the next point, lack of proof. When we're looking to become the figure of authority for a niche, we don't need to go viral. We don't need to go broad. We just need to attract the right people and that are going to decide to book calls from us. Obviously, the more attention we get, the more chances we have that actually our content is positioned in front of them. The thing is that this doesn't always happen and it's not always a bad thing. Don't get discouraged because we have booked calls from people or from videos that got over 300 views, 400 views, but we also had videos that got 2K views, right? So it doesn't matter as much how many views you get, as much as how much you're monetizing those videos that don't get as many views. So obviously we all want to have a lot of views, but it's not always the best thing that could happen, right? Because at the end of the day, what we're going to prioritize is just the amount of money that we make. This leads me to lack of proof because what happens is that when you're making videos and you're trying to showcase your skills, your abilities, you're trying to show proof that what you do works, you usually do case studies. And what happens here is that, especially on the business niche, where we're trying to convince people and we're trying to tell them that, listen, we interviewed this guy, we generated X amount of money or X amount of leads. These videos tend to perform less than ideal just because they're so specific, right? And that's completely normal. What happens here is that we don't have enough proof of what we're doing. So we gotta post more videos about the success and the results that we're getting because, like I said, even if we don't get as many views, people are gonna get into our channel and our channel itself is a funnel. Let's say that you run a Facebook ads agency and you talk about just some really general topics like Russell Brunson's $150 million Facebook ads funnel or strategy. That's a really broad topic because Russell Brunson is a really known figure. There's an active audience searching for information that gives them more of Russell Brunson, right? And that video can is going to attract them, right? So what happens is, let's say that you posted that video that got 5K views, 10K views. Out of those 10K views, there's going to be people that are going to be actively looking more videos on your channel because they like what you offer, but it's just the video is just not specific enough, for them to actually book a call. So what can happen is that they get into the channel, they find that top of the funnel video. That's how I like to call it. Top of the funnel video. This is going to be the broad video that we promote. Then they're going to go into the middle of the funnel video, which is called Mafu. And then the middle of the funnel video is more how-tos, processes, how we do X, how we do Y, how do we Z. Usually any type of objection that a prospect might have on a call, they just watch a video of you killing that objection and it's just like, that's one objection less that is stopping them from booking a call with you, right? They go from Mafu to actual results because people want to know that what you're doing has worked for someone else. And if that someone else matches or has a similar profile to what this person has, even better for you, right? And this is what I like to call bottom of the funnel. Bottom of the funnel is the video are the videos that are going to get less amount of views, but bring you the most proof. Because all these videos are focused on generating proof for your business and generating proof for your offer. Lack of proof is directly correlated to a lack of bottom of the funnel content, which is important. Especially if you start posting videos on YouTube, you want to make sure that you have a baseline that people can see and can find when they jump into your channel. Maybe those videos are not going to get many views, but when people, like I said, when we start posting or we start making more tough or muffled videos, they're going to be attracting, they're going to be directing people to our Buffalo, which is a micro funnel inside a bigger funnel. So the micro funnel is inside our YouTube channel, and then the bigger sales funnel, which is going to be opt-in page, newsletter, email sequence, book a call, join a community, and boom, whatever, sales closed. For third pillar, we have our sales funnel. You would be surprised to see the amount of shitty sales funnels that are on YouTube channels from businesses that are genuinely making a lot of money. And they just like, it's like they don't give a fuck about how people find them or how they funnel people from their YouTube videos. It's just a fucking complete disaster. They just expect people to watch the video and then directly book a call. Which is, listen, that's valid because it sometimes works and it has worked in the past. You know, you just put like a book a call with me, like calendar link, and they just like go straight to it, right? But this is a really small percentage of people that are watching your videos. You posted a video and it has, I don't know, 300 views. But it turns out that out of those 300 views, nobody's in so much pain that they just want to book a call with you directly. And they just like, they need more nurture. And then the only thing that you have in the description is a fucking Calendly link. They're not going to book a call because you haven't generated enough fear on them. You haven't instilled your beliefs on them. You haven't provided enough value for them, right? What you need to do is a nurturing sequence, and you need to, your sales funnel is for that. You nurture, like the sales funnel is supposed to nurture people that are interested in whatever you have to offer. Maybe you're not getting many views. Maybe you're not, I don't know, your YouTube channel is not working at all. It might be that the only reason why that's happening is not even your content. It's just that your funnel is just fucking bullshit. It doesn't work. So I'm gonna fix that for you. First of all, we have our long form videos, right? We're gonna put long form videos. Once people find our long form videos, I'm gonna just draw a quick small funnel like I mentioned here. Like I said, YouTube is another funnel. So we have top of the funnel here, which is going to be top of the funnel videos. Then we have middle of the funnel videos, and then we have bottom of the funnel videos. Once they consume these, once they go through all of these 3 stages, they're just going to jump into our real funnel, and they're just going to go from long form videos to the next stage, which is going to be an opt-in page. The purpose of our opt-in page is just to collect the data from that lead. It's super important to be able to communicate with them, to own them. When we have an opt-in page, we're usually just giving away a lead magnet, and this is why it's so important to have lead magnets. We're gonna be using them to opt-in people into our system, right, and have their data. And then once they have their opt-in page, we're not only gonna have their data, but they're also gonna be further nurtured with our lead magnet, which is gonna lead them, once they opt in, they read the lead magnet, that's an extra nurturing process step. And then we're gonna take them to our email list. If you have a newsletter, even better, newsletter. And then from the newsletter, let's say that you send 2-3 newsletters a week and you promote your, to book a call with you on the newsletter. That's fine, that's actually fine because they have gone through all of this nurturing process, right? They have spent so much time reading your stuff that they just might as well directly ask them to book a call with you. You have, Alex Ramosi talks about this, having the right to ask just because you haven't either asked enough or because you have provided so much value that it's fine for people when you ask for something in exchange. Now, this is not the only way of nurturing. Of course, this is like one of the most common ways that I've seen, the most effective ones as well. Like I said, it can happen that from long form video, they just straight up to book a call with you. Like I said, sometimes people are in great pain. But if we have this funnel set down, like if we have this sales funnel properly in place, we have more chances that we're gonna get more booked calls just because we're not getting so much people out of the equation. Another thing that is common is that people go from our long form videos to our landing page. And in our landing page, they just see our BSO, then they just get access to, another opt-in page which has like more lead magnets. And then in the landing page, they also see, case studies. When they jump into our landing page, they just directly book a call with us. This is also one of the most common, also most effective ways to do this. I always like to have people jumping into an opt-in page because we don't have the data of people just like checking out our landing page and booking a call. We only have the data of people that opt in. And then that means that if we have their emails, we can just, years into the future, we can just keep selling them with our email list. And that's incredibly valuable. So to do a quick summary of everything I just explained, the first pillar is basically stop selling information and start selling guidance. The way that you do this is by asking what, why, and how. Make sure that your guidance is actually instilling the beliefs on the audience, the beliefs that you want them to believe. Second, make sure that you're becoming an attractive character and the figure of authority of your niche. People won't buy from you if they don't trust you. The smartest way for them to trust and believe in you is by increasing the quality. That's the most direct way you can do it. Increase the quality of your content, camera quality, script quality, everything that that is related to your video. And also make sure to add social proof because people want evidence that whatever you're doing works. And finally, your sales funnel sucks. Make sure that your videos are not leading people to book a call link. Make sure that they're actually going to your landing page. They're downloading your lead magnets. Make sure that they're joining your email list or newsletter. And then finally give them the option to book a call with you once you have provided enough value, or once that you consider you have provided them with enough value. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, YouTube wants you to watch this video next.